Hello everyone and welcome back to Jacqs Scraps. Thanks for joining me today for a project share and a tutorial for your creative studio. I previously did a haul showcasing their subscription box, and I'll have information linked down below so that you can go out to their website and check out all the wonderful things that Amanda has. It's just really great items for scrapbooking, journaling, all the things, right? Here are some of the items that I got in the subscription box, and I wanted to play around with what I have. And so I ended up creating some tags. Here's the first one I created. I took one of these images, these are ephemera papers, and I cut it in half diagonally, and I put half on the top of the tag here and the rest down here at the bottom. And then I used some Distress Oxides, Faded Jeans, Lost Shadow, and Villainous Potion. And while you wouldn't think those go together, I thought that they actually matched this paper pretty good. Because if you look here, it has these purpley blues and the grays. So I thought those inks would be perfect for this. And I really am loving how it turned out. I used the Lost Shadow Oxide and went along the center here for this one, and it picked up the colors from the Faded Jeans and Villainous Potions, and I ended up with this beautiful, very light pastel-y pink color. I love how that turned out. It was just so neat. And then after I did my inking in the center, I put my papers down. For the white dots, I did a little bit of gesso with water and just sprinkled that all over it. I just love that effect. And then I added on some stickers that I had in my stash, and these are actually from the Dollar Tree. They almost look like embroidery patches. And then I added a sentiment here and outlined it with a purple pen, and then just added the ribbon to kind of pull out the purple in this. Just loving how that looks. And I did the same type of treatment to this tag. Just so much fun to create. Now, one of the fun things that I did was for my little hole reinforcers. Here it is. Now you may think that that is just the paper, but it isn't. I used I think this is We Are Memory Keepers hole punch. And what I did was take some of the washi that was included in the subscription box, put it on some scrap cardstock, and then I punched out my reinforcement. This was a great way to use washi. Now mine always gets stuck, so I have to do a little finagling. But here it is. And look at that. We have a really beautiful little hole reinforcement. I love it. A great way to use this. So let's set these aside and make another one to go with our collection of tags. This is a 3 by 6¼ inch tag. I've had these in my stash for a really long time, so I thought I would use those. And I decided for this one that I was going to use this beautiful floral segment right here. And this is actually one of the 6 by 6 papers, if you will. It's not a true 6 by 6. And I'm just going to, start tearing it out of the paper. And it's okay if it doesn't go everywhere. I'm just going to play around and see what I get. A little too much white on this side. I think I like it right like that. Let's see. I kind of like to line up my tags to kind of see what I've gotten. So if you notice on this one, let me show you the paper I used. Oh, it's over here. So for these two, what I did was kind of just mirror them. So this is the ephemera paper that I used. And what I did was the first one I used it in this direction, and the second one I flipped it around and put the flower up here, as you can see here. And then here it is down here. I kind of wanted them to mirror each other, and then the one in the middle, I thought it would be neat if it kind of just was a vertical type. So that's kind of where I'm going. Kind of liking this. I'm going to do some cutting here. Let's see, I kind of wish it was off a little bit more. So I think I'm going to just not make it so perfect on one side. Okay, even though these are here, I think I'm going to get rid of them. There's something about this I don't like. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So I'm probably not going to do too much talking, so you could just see how I put it together. I've kind of already explained what I've done. Oh, I like that. And then I have these really nice lace stickers I can put on here to kind of pull it all together. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Okay. Kind of liking that so far. So what I'm going to do now is just my inking, and we'll get started on that. And I just did, you know, reckless inking. I wasn't trying to make it pretty. Just kind of run around my hole there. You could pop this up on foam adhesive if you wanted, but I just really kind of want some flat tags so that it would go into journals a little bit better. Okay, now in my stash, I had this frame that I cut out, and for some reason, I really want to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. And I purposely want it to come off the side. Then I took one of these out of the black and white collection. They had vellum and then paper images. Kind of wanted to do something like a layering. And then I was thinking about using this small lace piece. Let's see. So we could use it like washi. Let's see if it's over here. You know, I really don't even know. I am just playing around and seeing where it takes me. Sometimes you just gotta do that. I don't like those too close to each other. Let's see. Let's see if maybe if we made it smaller. One of the things I like doing with these stamps was stamping it down and then actually before it dries, going over it with my brush. It makes it kind of fade a little bit so you don't get those harsh lines as much. And I'm kind of loving that effect. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm really liking how this one is turning out. Now I'm ready to do some splatters with my gesso. I'm trying to leave the paper there so you guys don't see the reflection, so that's why that's there. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and then I'll be back. So I'm using some American Craft ribbon that I have in my stash. Just gonna add that here with some Tim Holtz staples. Okay, so we are done with our tag. Here is the final look at it. I just love everything about it. Sorry about my messy hands. I added the little doily part down here. I just love that on there. I love a little peek of it right here as well as the washi. I just love how this came together. For the white splatters, I did the first round and then I dabbed some and then I added more after that. I think I might have done that off camera, I'm not sure. But I love all the little splatters. I am loving how this turned out. And then, of course, here is our other two. Now, I didn't add a sentiment to this one since there's already some words here. But I just love my little trio of tags. So much fun. I'll have some photos after this part of the video, but I hope that you have enjoyed this as well, and we'll check out your creative studio. Thanks a lot for joining me, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. I'll see you next time.